what is the value of x? So in this problem, we can just simply plug in y into this equation. So we have x squared plus y squared, and we plug in y, we get root x squared is equal to 56. This will become x because square root and the square cancel each other out. So we get x squared plus x is equal to 56. Now we can subtract both sides by 56 and get 0 on one side. How do I know to do that? Well, whenever I see an x squared, an x, and a constant, I have a feeling that it's going to be a quadratic factor equation. So we're just going to put this onto one side. And so, like I saw, we have these three values, x squared, an x, and a constant. Now what we can do, whenever we see this, we can put this into a factored form. To find that factor form really easily, all you need to do is find two numbers that multiply to get negative 56, and those two numbers have to add to get the coefficient of this x, which is 1. So two numbers multiply to 56, and then add to be 1. So first I'm going to just use a factor rainbow to try to figure out what are the two factors of 56. You know, there's 156 goes here, 2 and 28. We can do 7 and 8 also. So we know all these combinations will work. And we know that because one of them will be negative 50, we know where it's supposed to be multiplied to be negative 56. One of them has to be negative. So basically we have a different amount of combinations here. We have 1 and negative 56, negative 1, 56, 2 and negative 28, negative 2 and 28, 7 and negative 8, and negative 7 and 8. Now, which one of these will add up to each other to get positive 1? This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, or this one? I can see that this one, when you add negative 7 and 8, we get positive 1. So we can plug this in, negative 7 and 8, and that should be our solution. And so our solutions are the opposite of this. So this will become x is equal to 7, x is equal to negative 8. Okay, and so we need to find something that satisfies both of these equations. It's either negative 8 or 7, as we know. But when we plug in negative 8 into a square root, we obviously know that it doesn't exist. So therefore, this is not the right answer, and the only possible value would be 7. And just a small FYI, we know that the trick I just shared, it's always best if you just, it's just a trick. So it's always best if you always check your work as well afterwards too. So if you're never sure about the two combination numbers that you just picked, always try distributing again, just to make sure. So we get x squared, and then plus x times 8, and then plus negative 7x minus 56. This will get us x squared plus 1x minus 56. These two are the same, and therefore these two values were the correct ones. And so, with that checking in mind, we now know that the correct answer is 7.